Alrighty, it is currently 28 p.m. Just showing you, this is the reflection of the light source that's directly above my window as I'm back in my room and not at the hallway window. This is the entity that's maintaining the light source. Let me zoom out so you can see it reflecting off of the top of the hood. This vehicle that's parked in front of my window. That's a demon stalking in the path. And at night, it looks like engineered light all across the walls, on every wall inside of my room, and a demon just like this positioned in the dark parking lot with headlights on. And it's not normal light activity, it's engineered light, which I showed you last night while my shadow was spread across the dirt like a deck of cards spread out in front of me. This is called stalking in the path with light. It's not a normal environment. This is engineered light that's touching all over everything, in the same way that that's not the sun that's directly over me while I'm inside of the same building where I was showing you the sunrise. It is 12:28 p.m. This is criminal facilitation, and 76 is group stalking, engaged in federal stalking. This is the engineered light is relevant to relevant positioning. These demons are moving all around in the engineered light under what's not the sun. Stepping on your brakes is light activity. Using their turn signals, using their hazard lights, okay, turning on their headlights. This is called light activity. Walking through it is light activity. They're doing so while the entity is maintaining the elements of monitoring, and CAL FIRE is group stalking at the crime scene, and they are literally the defendants who are group stalking, showing you that there's no exception with regard to the entity that is engaged in criminal surveillance with the people. These are demons maintaining position, both engaged in surveillance openly like this, and also moving around, driving around. It's surveillance because it's perpetual presence. So engaging in traffic in the specific environment is the criminal act of the people of the state engaging in surveillance. It's maintaining perpetual presence by the population. In doing so, what you're recognizing is occurring in the specific environment where the sun is not going to be at the same address 5 hours later from the sunrise, as I documented this morning. And it's also not going to be at the same address, which is 11 hours from the sunrise, as I've documented it, in alignment to exclusively my hotel room. It's not going to remain on the hallway side like I'm capturing when I go to the hallway window outside of my room. That is literally the fake sun remaining directly over the top of my head as I go from my hotel room, which is what you see reflected off the top of this vehicle. All right, it's directly over the top of my head as I my room, which is in conformity to the P.O.C. I'm on the freeway. The fake sun remains directly over the top of my vehicle through my sunroof. Okay, remains directly over me while I'm on any and every freeway. So your grand departure from remaining stationary over Alvarado Gardens over the top of my head at my front door, my apartment facing the hillside, with being in the hotel room in Hesperia, Motel 6 Inn, and the light source is directly over the top of my head. The two are not happening. They're not happening at the same time. At no point ever is the sunlight going to appear, the creation of the light activity, the appearance of the window appearing flat on the interior of the location venue on the ground, and then you're talking about as the light source remains and just is engaging in what is maintaining presence over the top of my head and progressing to engage in what is setting in alignment with my face in the same way that it was rising in alignment with my face at the same address. And engineered light progressively moves, advances inside of the room. That's entirely demonic, and it's impossible light activity. The people of the state are demons, and they're engaging in the same pattern, stalking with light. Okay, you're showing the population of demons that are engaging in that while a fake sun remains over the targeted individual who is not demon possessed while demons are targeting them. Okay, this is what is the pattern of conduct, and this is what Camarillo is engaged in, the Camarillo County Fire Department. Group stalking in room 309. It's the state group stalking directly. The people of the state are group stalking in the shoes of the state. It's called vicarious criminal conduct. It's the state on both hands, both accounts. The state is group stalking vicariously through the people. The state is group stalking directly through demon-possessed fire departments, which is what CAL FIRE represents. Again, speaking to the dangerous and corrupt leadership of Joe Tyler. This is a demon. This is a psychopath, a closeted sex offender, one whose dangerous, corrupt leadership is literally causing this demonic system, this matter of public corruption, to fester, to flourish under that demon's leadership. It's not a coincidence. This is exposure for public corruption that has long existed. It is currently 12:32 p.m. This is P.O.C. while a sex offense is underway, and that's recognized through the specific environment, which is a scientific impossibility, never naturally occurring, impossible to naturally exist, and the behavior of the demons in that environment, recognizing demon possession, the pattern of engaging in surveillance in that environment, the pattern of stalking, literally reacting in real time. What it is that I state, the demons engage in. As I state what they're doing, the demons engage in more of it. They're engaging in a pattern in that specific environment of always maintaining presence, always maintaining noise, doing so in remarkable manners, such as the traffic is heard amplified inside of my room. That's demonic. Okay, the light activity that you're looking at, that I'm pointing out, is demonic, and so is the behavior of the people. And the demon Camarillo County Fire, who you see group stalking at this hotel. And I want, even before the hotel rooms are available, in many ways, the entity is seeking to make sure that the target individual, that is myself, and is what is a secure location, meaning maintaining presence all around and maintaining the availability to maintain that presence. And if I were checking out a room rather, and it was not yet ready, I would have been told no straight out, and that would have been the reason. But not when the entity is engaged in criminal conduct, before the rooms are even ready. Those demons are immediately vacillating with regard to position. It goes from housekeeper straight to the state. They already have their bags on the floor, ready to maintain occupation of the space in relevant position. Pay attention to all these things. The room wasn't even ready yet. This is speaking to what is the pattern of conduct of surveillance. I'm just pointing out details, just things that you can pay attention to. Very hovering, very obsessive stalking conduct is what you're recognizing. And the facts are that were I to arrive to check out a hotel room, I'm told no for lesser reasons. Oh, it's not checked out. Oh, it's just not. We have to replace the mints on the pillows, so you can't check that room out. The room wasn't even ready. The demons are group stalking by housekeeping, and the demons are group stalking by going right in the midst of the housekeeping being underway. The vacuuming and presence, the vacuuming and the housekeeping were a means of presence, and they're trading hands by the state going into the room, and the housekeepers can be relieved, if you will. And that's in quotes, because they're still group stalking on the job at the hotel. I'm showing you who's remaining close in proximity in rooms 309, 310, 311, 306, 307, and on the second floors and on the first floors as well. The entity's maintaining direct presence directly beneath me, to the sides of me, all right? And also maintaining presence in the hallway, and the entity's engaged in group stalking all around. And you know that they're all engaged in criminal conduct, which they're going to be civilly and criminally prosecuted. You're talking about Waba Grill. Did you know that they're group stalkers? You might eat their food, but they're engaged in state surveillance. And that's proven beyond a reasonable doubt. The specific environment is speaking to what is intent. You are no longer operating any lawful business. You're engaged in surveillance. And the demons go to the venues to make a purchase to engage in relevant positioning. And so are the entity that's working at Waba Grill. That's why the light source is here. Okay, you don't have to go there in order to, but I've already been through the venue. I literally went there. The fake sun remained over me as I drove all through that shopping center, and the entity had the fake sun over me while I was literally in front of the Motel 6 at 11 o'clock. None of that is happening while I remain inside of the hotel. That's the pattern of conduct. And that's how you know that Waba Grill is indeed a domestic terrorist, because there's no sun over the Courtyard by Marriott in Las Vegas, Nevada at the top of my head, and remaining over Hesperia's Holiday Inn and Express for the duration of the day, including at the same time. You're in relevant position. You're going to be prosecuted for domestic terrorism, period. It is currently 12:35 p.m. They're also doing it with the state. This is what they're doing it with the state. That's going to be punished under federal law. It is currently 12:35 p.m. POC.